So welcome back, everybody. This is going to be a special episode as we are over at our new river property. So if you don't watch our main channel, the Kelly's Country Life, we've been showing how we bought this property a few months ago, developing it. Now we're actually over here doing a several-day camping trip. We just went crabbing from here to the coast, been cooking out over here, running off-grid on solar, just having some fun. Hopefully y'all have seen that video. But today we're actually going to try to get out and enjoy the river, although it's very low, so it's going to be treacherous, rocky, very hard to put in. I hope we can get on it. We're hoping to do some fish tacos tonight, one of our favorite things to do, and we are not picky. We'll take any type of fish we can get. So we're going to go after catfish, bass, doesn't matter. Plus, we've already been doing a little fishing over here. I'm going to show some of that footage as well. So let me show you how we're going to kick this off. Because we have access on a few spots of our riverbank right here, I have got some of these catfish poles that I made up with these special pound in the ground anchors that you can just tighten down to some conduit. As you can see, I got leader, some weights, and I made these poles to where you can actually spin by loosening this and run your line up and down, because sometimes the river's up here at the edge and sometimes it's extremely low like it is now, so we need to be able to adjust up and down. I'm just going to use a little bit of cut mullet for bait. Catfish seem to love it. We just did some catfishing over here, and oh my goodness, we tore them up. But the river was higher. That's typically when it's better. All right, so let's go down the bank here where I already have a pole in the ground. This is usually a pretty good catfishing spot. But man, the river is way, and I mean way down there. This is why I made these poles so adjustable. Roll that out just a little. Pretty much that easy. All right, now let's get some bait on here. Cross our fingers. We've got a fish when we come back, but we may catch all we need in the boat. All right, there we go. Cut mullet. The catfish love it. This is usually a pretty good spot too, down here in this hole, but boy, is it hard to get down there. All right, there's that one. Ooh, don't fall in. So I'm going to do a little bass fishing, and while we're doing that, we're going to go ahead and set a few bush hooks. And I want to show you something. I actually stole this idea from a friend of mine, and I'm going to cut back and show you how I made these. For starters, I got some 50-pound Berkeley trilene. You can also use 100-pound string if you would like. And I also got the big game trilene. This is a real abrasion resistant stuff. But the reason I went with this one, a lot of people on the river use white string, and everything just starts looking the same. I don't hardly see anybody using this super fluorescent green line. Well, let's just hope that it holds up well enough. But this is going to help me identify my lines really easy, especially with light. The other thing I'm doing is marking all of my lines. Not only do I see a green line, with striped tape. I go up and down the river and I don't ever see anybody using a striped. This is supposed to be a reflective tape too, although the reviews weren't the world's best. Regardless, this is a pattern I just don't see anywhere. So that's going to help me quickly identify my lines so I'm not going over messing with somebody else's lines. I'm buying these pre-packaged, they'll be called snails. But this is just a strong and abrasive resistant leader material. Already has a swivel on it and comes with a hook. You can get these in different sizes. I'm using a 3/0 hook because we have small channel catfish is mainly what we go after here, but other types as well. And they typically are in the like 1 to 3 pound range, and a 3/0 hook seems to be perfect. And I'm just throwing a 3/4 ounce weight on there. You can go even larger if you'd like. I definitely don't think I'd go any less than this, but this is just gonna help hold the bait and the river current down beneath the surface. And lastly, I got some of these big locks right here with another barrel swivel on it. And this is so we can drape the line over the limb and basically just quickly tie it off. All right, so I'm gonna pull off about 5 feet because we're gonna cut several inches off as we tie our knots, and that should get us around 4 feet, roughly. Don't forget, we get almost another foot added right here, but we are gonna lose some wrapping around our limb, hooking in, and again with all the knot tying. All right, so on one end, we're gonna use this barrel swivel and lock right here. Very simple. You just unhook it, wrap your line around the limb, hook back. I'm a big fan of Palomar knots. They hold so well. So we're gonna run one of those through. All right, that's a nice strong knot. So now you can see what we can do. We can run up to the limb, unlock this, wrap it around the limb, put the line back through, lock it. Now on the other end, we're gonna put our weight on. I probably should have went with 1 ounce. I think we'll be okay. And we're gonna take one of our little snail rigs right here, tie it on, and now we have a rig ready to go. All right, so we're just gonna loop the line up. It kind of naturally wants to go back and loop itself after the way it come off the spool. Now you got a nice little rig ready to go. And here's the idea I'm gonna steal. Get some cheap sandwich bags and only put 1 rig in at a time. Love this, because so many people tie these to a board or pile them all up together and you wind up with a knotted mess. So now you got 1 rig here, got another rig here. I'll make up about 15 of these and just have them all in an individual bag, and we'll just keep continuing to reuse the bags. But that keeps you tangle free. Love this idea. So as you can see, it was simple to make them, and I love this idea that he said to put them in single Ziploc bags. It keeps things from tangling, so it's 1 bush hook or 1 limb line, as a lot of y'all call them, per bag. Now since I have this clasp on the end that y'all seen, all I've got to do is loop it around the limb, hook it back on itself. I've got our same cut mullet that you've already seen me use back at the poles that we put in on the bank at the property. And then we want to flag this so we can go back, check it later, and pull everything up. I can't stand when I see all up and down the river people leaving lines everywhere. So this helps us locate it, take our stuff, take it back home. Plus we don't went through the trouble of making all this stuff. It is reusable. All right, now we'll go do that several more times and then just start doing some regular fishing. Come back up, check and see if we see a limb bouncing at any point in time. Hopefully we got some fish on it. You do this along with regular pole fishing, you can wind up getting plenty of fish. All right, y'all, as we're going up and down the bank fishing, every time I see a good limb like this, I'll just throw a limb line on it, or bush hook as we call it. Ooh, look at that dadgum big old gator slide right there. We've been seeing a big gator in here when the river was high, but look at that, y'all. I don't know if you can tell on camera. There's a big boy been laying up here. Uh-oh, look at all the bubbles coming up right there. See all the bubbles coming up? And yep, gator just went under over there. So y'all, we were talking about we would love to let Ruger get out right here. But look at the bubbles right there where a gator just went under. See, look right here. And I want to show y'all something. Look at the claw marks in the bank right there. I'll try to zoom in. Y'all, those claws are the size of my hand. Look at that. Dinosaur tracks right there. That's a big gator. So and the bubbles are still coming up, going down the bank. We're definitely not going to be letting you get out right here. All right, get it. Man, you got a good fish.
Can't get my line there.
Yeah, just pull the pole up to me. Let's see what you got here. Oh, big old bluegill. How about that? All right, first fish of the day. Not necessarily a taco fish like we're looking for, so we're gonna throw that bad boy back. Hey, can I have my worm back? That'd be great.
Give him a piece of it.
All right, first fish of the day. Ruger gets to lick it. Oh, uh-oh, he said no. What you think about that, boy? Uh-oh, look at there. We got a catfish on our limb line up there. I just seen something splashing up there. We got us a tree shaker. We either got a mudfish or a catfish. Good deal. We haven't had this out, but really just a few minutes. We'll be off to a good start. Maybe we got one on our other line we've done put out. Oh yeah, it's catfish. Good deal. Like an old channel cat. Perfect. Good eating size too. Just what I'm looking for. All right, perfect. Ruger, you need to be careful with this fish. All right. Let's try again. Oh my goodness. Y'all, we've got a huge mudfish. Golly. We could hear our limb line way down there. We just reset and caught that other one on, y'all. Get back, Ruger. It's about to get broke off if it isn't already. It's got a gigantic, looks like mudfish on there jumping out of the water. I bet it broke it. That was a huge fish. Oh, these aggravating mudfish. This river's full of them. I mean, we just set that. We just rebaited it. Y'all, we can't make this up. We just rushed back down here. There was like a big mudfish or something on this one. Somehow I thought he broke it off. The fish was this long. As soon as I get here to check this bait, Tiffany starts telling me the line we just left up here is now going off. Something's on it. This is comical. Now, as soon as we get back up to that, watch, this one will go off again. This is insane. I mean, we're just baiting these, setting these, and they're going off immediately. So obviously catfishing's on fire right now, even though it's middle of the day and the river's low. Well, I say catfishing. I could tell that was a mudfish because catfish don't really get that big in this river from what we've seen with it jumping out. All right, y'all, good news. We're heading up to the line. It is definitely swimming. Maybe y'all can see it here before long. We still got that fish on after leaving that one that just had a fish and setting this one. This is crazy. I can't hardly get these lines in the water before they're getting bit. This is good. It is, but it's a baby. Tiny old catfish, probably a butter cat. Bummer. I was wanting something a little bigger than that. We throwing that one back. That's a little channel, but it's for sure a baby. Heck, he's hooked on the outside. All right. Yeah, beautiful little channel cat, but not what I need for tacos. Y'all, I changed my mind. Just as soon as I throw that back, we won't catch another fish, and then I'll regret it. It does have big enough fillets to throw on a couple tacos. Oh my goodness. That's the last line we just set. Yeah. There's another huge fish on it, splashing. Ah, goodness, we might as well just set hooks in that little area and stay. This is crazy, y'all. We've only made it just 100 yards upriver from setting that last line, getting the fish off of it. Now I hear splash, splash, splash. And it's such a big splash, it's got me concerned. It might be a mudfish, but you just don't ever know. Oh no, you can see all the ripples right here, but I don't see the line moving. It might have already got off. Hope it didn't break it. Keep staring at that limb down there. It wouldn't surprise me if there's another one on down there. If fish keep biting this quick. Well, bait's gone. Dadgummit. It was something decent size because we could see and hear the splashing. Y'all, I kid you not, we just left the last line that we were giggling about going down to check some more. And look up here, see all the ripples and waves? We got a fish just splashing and going everywhere on the line. We can't make it 50 feet away from this line without it just going off. This is hilarious. Yeah, he does know how to get the bait off. Goodness. This is frustrating now. It was funny, but now it's getting frustrating. You kidding? Well, there's a little bit of bait left. If we reset this one more time and it goes off, it's that mudfish. So I kid y'all not, we cooked mudfish one time and showed it on the channel, and our friends have never let us live it down because to most people that's a disgusting fish you don't eat. But we caught one out of spring-fed water, and it's nothing but a spring-fed river. The cleanest fish on the planet, and it wasn't bad. I'd say it tasted like catfish. Now the texture, kind of mushy, but the taste wasn't bad. But people have not let us live it down. So now we get made fun of for being the mudfish people, but it's literally the only one we've ever ate. I don't really plan on.
If I was hungry, I'd eat it.
Well, if I was hungry, I'd eat it too.
All right, we got one on this line. Let's see what it is.
Ooh, tree shaker. Oh no! Oh. No wonder it was tree shaking. Looks like an alligator might have decided to.
Oh my goodness!
Muck that bad boy up.
Dang, that was a good size one too.
Yeah, that's old bullhead. And believe it or not, I actually like those. They got pure white meat on this river, but I guess that's why the tree was just snatching around like crazy and the alligator was up here munching on this thing. Well, I guess that's what happens when you leave your line literally for a few minutes.
Wow.
Well, and I know y'all are gonna ask, I forgot to tell y'all, we are on the Johnson River in South Carolina. Ooh. Oh, got him that time. Please don't be a mudfish. Sound like a mudfish where he sucked it down. It is. Oh, my nemesis. This river is slap full of these aggravating mudfish, but they sure do fight good. Look at that, Ruger. Look at that ugly old mudfish. Mudfish patties on the agenda. I know, Ruger. Hey, you can't joke jumping in after the fish, dog.
Ruger, get up here. There he is. Go.
Look there, you see that old ugly? You can't bite him. Hey, you can't bite him. Get back, get back, get back. I know, I'm sorry. Nasty, stinking mudfish. Where's my pliers? Looks like we might have a fish over there. Hope it ain't that mudfish.
That's a hot spot.
That is a hot spot. Tree shaker. We got us a tree shaker. All right, perfect size cat. Get that boy and get poked. Perfect channel cat. All right, that's the perfect size. Now we've got more than enough for 2 people to eat some tacos tonight. What you think, buddy? Want to lick it? Okay. Somebody's wore out already. Y'all, this is our property right here, and here's one of the poles we set, and the line is broke. My goodness. Oh, and we got something on the pole up there, but I don't think I can get the boat into it, so we may have to climb up there. Yep, look at there. Something done snatched that one completely out of the water too. Didn't break off though, but it lost the bait. My goodness, we got some aggressive fish and stuff around here. And here's a view from the river, y'all. There's our sitting area, all that good stuff. Ooh, man. Nicest catfish of the day,
Yes.
but we don't need it.
We'll keep it anyways.
Nah,
Yeah,
we don't need it.
we can eat it.
We ain't eating all that fish tonight, baby. Come on. Alright, y'all, so check that out. As usual, Ruger has to lick it. Nicest catfish of the day right here on the property. And 2, one snatched out of the water line, 1 broken line. We have no idea what happened while we were gone, but the fishing has been on fire today.